Hey everyone, this is Michelle over here at Bunebape, and this week I was feeling very overwhelmed trying to plan for leagues. I love Varlamore of course, but I had basically no knowledge of what to do here to level all my skills at the start of leagues, so I decided to spend all week researching different skilling methods to make this ultimate guide to getting early levels while locked to this region. One really enjoyable part of skilling in Varlamore is the chance to get loop half keys. These key halves can be used with a tooth half received in PVM to combine for the moon key. This key opens up the moon chest in the ruins of Tapoyok, where you can get some helpful drops or the coveted moon helmet. For the sake of this video, I will assume you have not unlocked any extra teleports other than what is immediately available to you, being the unlocked spots for the Quetzal transportation system, fairy rings, and boat transport. As you play, you may unlock more ways to get around, but I for the most part won't be referencing them to keep things simple for everyone. I'll also be including timestamps below so you can skip around to whatever skills you need information on. For attack, hit points, strength, defense, range, and magic, I will personally be going to the Gemstone Crab first. This can be reached by using the Quetzal Transport to take you to Tal Teklin and running to one of the 3 spawn locations in the rainforest. If the crab isn't at one spawn, you can use the caves at each location to take you to another spawn point. This boss is super AFK, you can stay there for up to 10 minutes before it burrows, which is great for my fellow full-time workers. A little tip here, go to your settings and turn off your level up notifications so you won't keep getting interrupted by your gains. For all melee skills, you can easily stock up on some basic combat supplies while in Civita Illis Fortis. Northeast of the city center is Fortis Blacksmith, where you can buy plate body and plate legs and skirts, long swords, scimitars, or spears ranging from bronze to adamant. If you want extra protection, you can also go to Thurid's Brain Buckets south of the Hunter Guild Quetzal Teleport and buy med or full helms from bronze to adamant. But I honestly don't think this will be needed. If you don't have any gold, I'll even bet that barehanded with no armor you'll be just fine here. It is leagues after all. For mage enjoyers, you have your option of 2 rune stores. The Runic Emporium at the center of Camtorum, reached by Quetzal Transportation to take you to the Tiamat and run west around the mountain, or at the Tal Teklin Rune Shop, which you can get to again by Quetzal Transportation and Tal Teklin and running north and east to the town. If you're hoping to get some elemental bonus damage, you can buy staffs at Sabalmo's Sublime Staffs in Auburn just south of the Quetzal Transport spawn. South of the mage shop in Tal Teklin is Arquani's archery supplies for all the rangers. This shop sells short and long bows up to maple, alongside arrows from bronze to rune. If you're more into crossbows, from level 50 onwards, you can buy a hunter's crossbow from Trader Stan's Trading Post and Sunset Coast. Know that this is just for leagues, and regular game this is not an option. You can even combine this skill with smithing and craft your own bronze knives for throwing at enemies. If you're looking for more active combat options, there are also hill giants southwest of the AJP Fairy Ring and Avium Savannah. These also, of course, drop giant bones, which could be huge for people like me who have never tried out the Varlamore Blessing Prayer method and are a bit intimidated. The most active and probably most rewarding early combat you can do in Varlamore from level 1 is Slayer. Using your Fairy Ring, you can go to Zenaris and start getting Slayer task immediately from Cheldar. This is a slight change they had to make due to Mistland not being accessible during this league. Getting Slayer levels early will totally pay off, especially if you're planning on grinding some Slayer bosses later on. While you're trying to go from level 1 mining in Varlamore, you have 2 options. First, you can go to Raylo's Rise Mine, where you'll find 4 copper and 10 rocks. This mine is located to the west of Avian Savannah and can be quickly reached using the Quetzal transport system to travel to the Hunters Guild, or by using Fairy Ring AJP and running west. You can keep leveling here too, as it also has 4 iron rocks when you hit level 15 and 3 adamant rocks if you choose to grind to level 70 here. Be warned though, this mine does have level 14 scorpions in it. If you're going from day 1, it's unlikely to target you amongst the crowd, but something to keep in mind. Nobody wants to die in front of a bunch of strangers while skilling on the first day of leagues. Your second option from level 1 is the Stonecutter's Outpost. This one is also reachable from Fairy Ring AJP, but running instead southeast. While this mine doesn't have copper or tin, it does have 5 clay rocks which can be mined immediately with a pickaxe or Barbarian's Gathering Relic unlocked. The clay are a significantly less amount of XP, but this location does have the benefit of there not being any aggro mobs around. When you reach level 15, this mine also has 3 iron rocks posted up next to each other for all the power mining enjoyers. In addition, there's a much larger variety of options you have before you'd reach adamant levels. You can mine from 4 silver rocks at level 20, 9 coal rocks at level 30, 3 gold rocks at level 40, and 4 mithril rocks at level 55. If you don't care about variety and you're already level 15 plus, you can also check out the Avium Savannah Crevice, which is located just southwest of Fairy Ring AJP. This mine has 6 iron rocks and nothing else, but it is located close to hunter creatures if you want to stop and mine on your way over. A secret 4th option for the real AFKers out there is Shooting Stars. Download the Star Miners plugin or check out the OSR's portal Shooting Stars website for a list of active stars in the League worlds. Training agility from level 1, you only have one option, being the stepping stones inside of Yama's lair, which can be reached by using the home teleport in your spellbook. This course will offer similar rates to the Draenor village course. There's also the dedicated Colossal Worm agility course found in the Savannah Avium, south of Firemaking AJP, though by the time you are able to access this course, it's likely you've already moved on to other regions. This course requires level 50 for the basic version and level 62 for the advanced one. The number one option for smithing will of course be making gear from your mining loot. While there are multiple furnaces and anvils around Varlamore, the two best options will definitely be the ones in Camp Torm or Tal Teclin. The Camp Torm option can be accessed by using the Quetzal transport to the Tiamat and running around the west side of the mountain. When you're inside the city, run to the north side where you'll find an anvil and furnace located together and next door to a bank. This is the best furnace and anvil combo if you're looking for proximity to a bank. The Tal Teclin furnace can be reached again by the Quetzal transport system and is found in the same building as an anvil, so no need to be running back and forth as you smelt and smith. There's also a bank to the east in this town where you can save any gear you'd like to keep. Unlike most of your skills, your Herblore will actually be starting from level 3. It's at this level you can start making attack potions using a Guam leaf and Eye of Newt on a vial of water. Grimy Guam herbs can be gathered pretty early on with combat, notably at a good rate of 1 out of 22 at the level 16 thieves found around Civita Illis Fortis. The thief drop table also has other herbs, so this could be a good option for more early level Herblore. Be aware that these thieves do not stop attacking and will attempt to escape when at low health. But as horrifying as this is to say out loud, don't worry, you can still chase them and kill them. Eyes of Newt and vials with or without water can be found in Camp Torms at Howdo's Herblore Supplies, located on the way to the Moon's Apparel bosses. As an alternative, if you have level 38 thieving and level 9 farming, you can completely skip the combat option. Instead, pickpocket master farmers who have a 1 out of 62 drop rate for Guam seeds. The master farmers are spread around the map, but there is one to the west of Civita Illis Fortis that also just so happens to be next to an herb patch. Unfortunately for early level players, attack potions are going to be the main method of getting some good base Herblore levels until unlocking Mastering Mixology and Alderan at level 60. Any small XP lamps you get from random events could be the move if you're worried about it, but remember there are so many more regions you'll unlock soon, so no need to get this skill too high. Fishing from level 1 is pretty simple. Or shall I say shrimple? Using the Teltackle Quetzal transport, followed by Ashilka's boat services to take you to Kastori, you'll find access to a fishing shop with all the angler supplies you need. This shop also just so happens to be north of 3 small net fishing spots. For bonus extra skilling, consider cooking all the fish you catch at the cooking range in North Kastori. As you level, you'll get access to different fishing options. One good option as you level up to access fly fishing is the spawn locations in Auburnvale. These are very close to the Quetzal transport spot or Ferryring AIS, and they are located near a bank and cooking range in Nemus Retreat, so you can store or cook your fish if you'd like. If the fall forestry vibes aren't for you, you can also fly fish right next to Tel Takal at the river, which is also located nearby a Quetzal teleport and a bank. Your thieving level can be immediately raised by pickpocketing citizens throughout Varlamore. Citizens can be found spread around Alderan, Auburnvale, Civita Illis Fortis, Kastori, Mistrock, and Tal Teclin. At level 5, you can also instead steal from the bread stall in the Civita Illis Fortis Bazaar. As you reach level 38, you'll be able to start pickpocketing master farmers, which can be huge for farming enjoyers. The best spawn locations for these NPCs, in my opinion, is the one in Quetzcali Gorge, as it is next to the Quetzal teleport system and has a bank nearby. There's also a thieving activity in Varlamore called Stealing Valuables that will become available when you reach level 50. This activity can be completed by pickpocketing wealthy citizens in the Civita Illis Fortis Bazaar, located in the city center. Working with local street urchins, you steal house keys from these citizens, which can be used to break into their houses and steal from their wardrobes, chests, and jewelry cases. Perhaps the easiest way to level your cooking will be to cook fish or raw meat as you get them. But for anyone wanting to stockpile a massive pile of raw food and cook them all at once, then Quetzcali Gorge is the place for you. This area has an oven located just 13 tiles away from the bank, the closest cooking to bank location in Varlamore. For the classic prayer grinders, your main way of training will obviously be just bearing bones. You can get big bones from hill giants and even dragon bones from red, blue, and brutal blue dragons as you kill mobs throughout Varlamore. For the players wanting to really experience all this region has to offer, we have the option to offer Blessed Bone Shards to the Libation Bowl. To level here, you'll need Blessed Bone Shards. These can be created by using a chisel and bones at the Tiamat, which is located near a Quetzal teleport. You can bring noted bones, but it will cost 10 coins for each bone you want to unnote with the nearby Virlius. With your bones in your inventory, bless them on the exposed altar and use your chisel to break them down into bone shards. Next, you'll need jugs of either Blessed Sunfire or regular wine, which cannot be banked. Regular wine, of course, can be sourced from any bar, whereas Sunfire wine is created by using Sunfire splinters on a jug of wine with a pestle and mortar in your inventory. Take your jugs of wine to the exposed altar, where you will also bless these. With the blessed bone shards and wine, you can now sacrifice them at the libation bowl for prayer XP. This method does use up your prayer points, but don't worry as there's an altar just north to restore them. Crafting early in leagues, you actually have a lot of options depending on your preference. After going to Artima's crafting supplies and Civita Illifortis to stock up on everything you need, from level 1 you can head west to Artist Farm and shear one of the 7 alpacas for wool. With all your wool ready, next use your Quetzin and head to the spinning wheel in either Nemus Retreat in Auburn or in Quetzalcoatl Gorge. If choosing the latter, you'll find that there's also an alpaca there, but there's only one spawn, so bear that in mind if hoping to shear them here. There are sheep you can shear in Zenaris too, but you have to manually click your shears and use them on the sheep to get their wool. Second up is glass blowing. From level 1, you can start glass blowing beer glasses. You can buy buckets of sand and soda ash from Trader Stan's trading post, which has locations in Civita Illis Fortis, Sunset Coast, and Alderan. The most convenient of the locations is the one in Civita Illifortis, as just southeast of the port is a bank and furnace to turn your sand and soda ash into molten sand, which you can then glass blow from there. Cutting gems is another classic skilling choice. You can buy gems from Toki's Gem Store in Alderan, reached by either Quetzin Transport or using Ferry Ring CKQ and running to the northeast area of the island. This shop sells uncut gems ranging from Sapphire to Ruby, which means you can start cutting these for XP starting at level 20. If you've already been grinding out Thieving to level 75, you can alternatively steal from the gem stall in Civita Illifortis Bazaar for the chance to get uncut gems up to Diamond. Crafting seems to have some of the largest variety of early level skilling I found while researching for this video. You can also start making clay pots from level 1 if you want to combine crafting and mining together, as there is a pottery oven located in the Civita Illifortis crafting store. And using the Quetzin teleport system, you can quickly get to and pick flax in Nemus Retreat or Quetzalcoatl Gorge. From level 10 onwards, use the flax on spinning wheels in each respective area to create bowstrings. I wouldn't be surprised if there's even more methods I didn't realize, so let me know down below if you think of any better ones. Firemaking is pretty simple and will go hand in hand with woodcutting. I'd personally recommend using the Quetzal teleport to go to Auburn, where you'll find an axe store offering bronze to adamant axes and a general store selling tinder boxes. Of course, you can find trees elsewhere, but Auburn is a great place to start this leagues, as it has so many different resources for skillers. Going here for woodcutting and then using those logs for firemaking is the best option for both of these skills due to the variety of trees going all the way up to magic trees, and the option to upgrade your axe as you level. There's also a bank here for anyone who wants to save their logs for other reasons. Speaking of other reasons, your other firemaking option is Forester's Campfires. These fires can be set up in most areas and are made by using logs on an already existing fire. This is a great option for someone who already has a stack of logs ready in the bank and wants to hang out and be cozy with the homies while making AFK games. Fletching initially is just going to be making boring old arrow shafts. You can buy a knife for fletching from basically any general store you see in Varlamore, and there's even a few spawn locations for free, most notably on the second floor of the Auburn General Store. As you level your fletching, I would highly recommend starting to make any types of bows you can and saving them up for when you reach level 20, at which point to train more efficiently, you'll want to make your way to Auburn via Ferry Ring AIS or the Quetzin Transport. Here, you now can do the Veil Totems mini-quest and minigame. The only things you'll need for this activity are a knife and an axe or logs. There's even a plugin for this minigame if you want to make it easier. If minigames aren't your thing, you can combine fletching with crafting using bowstrings you've created to use on unfinished bows. Woodcutting can of course be done with trees found all over Varlamore, along with bronze axes at the general stores. But if you're looking to combine woodcutting with other skills, I would again recommend taking your quests in Auburn. There are trees up to magic, an axe shop and a bank nearby, and a friendly forester to grab a forestry kit if that's an activity you're hoping to grind to. No matter where you decide to cut trees in Varlamore, you'll notice that as long as you're not at the regular dead trees, you'll have a chance to receive ent seeds. Don't drop these. The ent seeds can be used on ents in Auburn to exchange them for bird's nest. Runecrafting in Varlamore is a weird one, and actually includes combat. If you've reached level 48 Slayer, you can head to Camtorum using the Quetzal transport system and take you to the Tiamat, then running around the side of the mountain. When inside, head north to Napotsley, the area where you can find the Moon Apparel bosses. Go to the southwest entrance, marked by the braziers filled with red fire, and here you will find the Sulphur Naguas. The Sulphur Naguas have a unique called Sulphurous Essence, which is dropped at a rate of 1 out of 32. This is a stackable resource that can be traded into Aetlali, the NPC located in the Moon's Reward Room, for Runecrafting XP. While it does have strangely high combat requirements, this method only requires level 1 Runecrafting. If you're nervous about fighting these mobs, first off, you really shouldn't be, as you already have the levels from Slayer, and this area is full of free supplies. But if you really are concerned, there is a safe spot located on the northwest side of the chamber by the cooking stove. You can mage or range the Naguas from here without fear of being meleeed. For those who are not relying on safe spots, Nogwas are unique in that the way that their defense works. They take more damage from weapons with multi-hit splats, and as such this is also a really good place to train combat. Another option for training your runecrafting is through the Abyssal area, reached by using Fairy Code ALR. This method again does require combat. Here you can kill abyssal creatures who drop Pure Essence and Cosmic Talismans, which require level 27 runecrafting to use. When you've secured your talisman drops, head over to Xanaris and run south to the Cosmic Altar to get some runecrafting done. As mentioned before, there is no actual Slayer Master in Varlamore, so this league you'll immediately be given access to Fairy Rings, and as such can go to Xanaris, where Trailder will assign you tasks starting from level 1. This is the only option for getting Slayer tasks while in Varlamore. Due to the limited unlocked areas and your low level, from what I found there's a very high chance that you'll be getting assigned Bats. These can be found on the southwest side of Alderan by Mistrock, reached by either the Quetzal Transport or Fairy Ring CKQ. Farming is one of the skills that I wouldn't necessarily recommend from level 1 without quest rewards or random event XP lamps, but we do have options, rather an option, and that option is potatoes. You have a few choices for gathering potato seeds, either through combat or thieving. If taking the combat route, these can be gathered at a fairly low level by killing either guards or hill giants. Guards can be found all around Varlamore. They are level 21 and drop 4 potato seeds at a rate of 1 out of 19. The hill giants can be found slightly southwest of Fairy Ring AJP in the Savannah Avium. They're level 28 and again drop 4 potato seeds at a rate of 1 out of 19. If you're at Thieving level 10, you can alternatively pickpocket farmers in Kastori, which drop 1 potato seed at a rate of 1 out of 25. This area can most easily be reached by running east of the Teletoclin Quetzalteli and talking to Achilka to give you a boat ride to Kastori. The farming supplies themselves can be found at Agelis' farming shop located in Ortis Farm, west of Savita Ilafortes. This shop also just so happens to be located right next to an allotment patch where you can plant your seeds. For construction, I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption that we will automatically have access to a POH in Alderan. This POH portal can be reached by Fairy Ring CKQ or the Quetzal Transport System in running north, and happens to be not too far from a bank. As for construction supplies, there is a sawmill located in Auburn right next to the Quetzal teleport landing spot. This shop supplies all you need for leveling up through making planks, and a hammer spawns by the furnace next door if you're missing one. Lucky for us, the Auburn sawmill also just happens to be the closest sawmill next to a bank in the entire game. With planks and steel nails ready to go, you can begin leveling immediately by building crude wooden chairs in your POH's parlor. As you level, you may wish to also get some oak planks and unlock the kitchen, workshop, and dining room for building larders, crafting tables, and dining tables. If you aren't a fan of making planks and happen to get some mining done, you can alternatively start making clay fireplaces starting at level 3 by using 3 soft clay. At the start of training Hunter, you'll not have access to the Hunter Guild again, so the mod decided to sell all Hunter supplies from a general store in Savita Ilafortes. Similar to the Hunter's crossbow, this is a League's exclusive, so you will not find Hunter supplies here in the normal game. From level 1, you have exactly one option for Hunter, Crimson Swifts. Head over to the northeast side of the Titlati Rainforest, reached by using the Teltec Quetzal teleport. While here you can set up bird snares to capture birds. At level 9, you can move on to the next best bird, Copper Longtails. These can be found in 2 places, the first being Auburn using the respective Quetzal teleport or Fairy Ring AIS. They're also found in Alderan by using Fairy Ring CKQ or that region's Quetzal and running north. Upon reaching level 46 Hunter, you'll have unlocked the Hunter Guild. This has its own convenient Quetzal landing zone right up front, and you can get access to Hunter's Rumors for extra rewarding Hunter grinding. That is it for my Varlamore Lock skill guide. Let me know what you think down below, and if you have any other recommendations for players to get those early Leagues gains. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. You can also show some extra love by subscribing on Patreon, which will get you an exclusive Discord badge, early ad-free access to my podcast, or even merch mailed to you depending on your tier. We have also now partnered with Fox's merch, so use the link down below with code BOON20 to get 20% off any merch you order. You can catch me live 4 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape, this YouTube channel, or at Bunebape OSRS on TikTok. And every week on the OSRS podcast, I co-host, also called Bunebape, which can be found here or wherever you get your podcast.